You don't need to spend money in this game. Spend $20,000. That's a Nissan Altima. Don't do it again. Do not spend any more money in this game.
Do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Hey guys, Bonk here. I wanted to make a video today explaining my choices in the Lost Art Cash Shop and how I'm able to maximize my spending. The reason I'm making this video is because I think many people ignore the cash shop as a source of buying power and turning into RMT right away because it is so much cheaper. Now, due to the massive inflation in my region NA West, I hope that this can help some players and give a different route other than spending at third-party websites. Now, to preface this video, I am no means a whale or am I free to play? Obviously, if you are free to play and you want to stick that way, that is completely cool. I would actually encourage you to stay free to play unless you had a source of expendable income. Now, the reason why I swipe is because I have a full-time job and have less time than most free to play players who are able to keep up with their insane rosters and insane amount of alts and time to bust. First thing we want to take a look at the cash shop are the monthly release skins. So these skins just dropped. It is October 27th as I'm making this video, and these are selling for 2,000 royal crystals. Now, as you may know, due to the botting and the fraudulent credit cards, these skin chests now have a 3-day hold before entering the auction house. Now, for spenders, that could be a blessing in disguise. What I mean by that is if you are able to pick up these skins right on the release day or on the drop of the patch, or even right when the servers go up, you have an advantage of selling these for a higher price. Now, as we all know, supply and demand plays a huge role in this. Usually when the skin drops and if they're fire drip, you're able to sell them for way higher than what it's worth. If your goal is to convert royal crystals directly into gold, I think Amazon has made it pretty easy for us, listing these at 2,000. For every $100 US you spend in this game, you're able to pick up 6 of these. Now, during the middle of a patch month, these 2,000 royal crystal skins usually sell for somewhere around 30,000 to 35,000, sometimes even lower than 30,000. However, if you're able to pick these skin up and sell them right when they're available to be entered in the auction house, you can sell them for upwards of 60,000. The most I've ever seen it was at 65,000. And yes, they do sell, but this is only if your goal is to directly turn royal crystal into gold. So this may help some players get their 5x3s, buy legendary books, buy legendary general engravings. This is a great way to go about saving some of your time, and especially if you're a player who refuses to make alts. Although you should be making alts even if you have limited time to play, I think just running dailies on your alts is huge income in the game, and maybe would help you swipe less in the game. Now, if you do buy these skins and decide to sell them right when they're able to be entered in the auction house, sometimes you may be able to get like a 20k profit from rather than selling it in during the middle of the month. I think this is just insane value. I mean, when you're spending 20 bucks or whatever it is, like 16 bucks to buy a skin and selling it for 50, 60k, you're pretty much entering RMT territory prices. Now, the second thing I wanted to talk about was a mistake I see often when new players start the game. They want to push their character really bad. They want to make sure that they have the most amount of materials to spend in the game. And so what they do is they'll load up royal crystals, they'll see these packages in game, and they'll buy these. These are not worth it. These are pretty much a scam. If you do the conversion, I don't think it matters what region you're in. If you just do a little bit of conversion, these are generally not worth it. I think materials that you can get inside of the game will generally have a worse conversion rate inside of the cash shop. But there are also things that I would recommend buying, like these card packages. Now, I haven't had the best luck from these card packages, but I have heard from people who have gotten a lot of LOS cards. And if you guys don't know, LOS is something everyone should be aiming for. I mean, having LOS 18 or even 30 is basically another line of engraving. It is multiplicative damage, not additional. It's massive. Now, something you might see here is the 3+1. Now, what does this mean? So the 3+1 basically means if you are able to buy 3 of these chests, you will get 1 extra for free. So I think the value here is pretty insane. I would highly recommend you guys go check this out. It gives you card EXP and chances to get legendary packs. Now, your average on getting legendaries for each time you buy this is around 2. And I know that sounds like not a lot, but when people are willing to pay 50k for a selection pack, I think this is pretty worth. But yeah, definitely don't be buying these weapon growth support packs or Punika growth support packs. They are not worth it when we're talking about conversion. And if your goal is to min-max the cash shop and get the most out of your spending, which you should be doing, this is the best way to do it. Buying skins, waiting the 3 days limit, listing it on the auction house, and getting a pretty good top off, and getting your 5x3 accessories, which would be also pretty good because you're able to buy these packs, these crystal packs. If you guys haven't bought these crystal packs, I would recommend you go pick those up because these are massive amounts of discounts added to the crystals. Now, one thing I wouldn't recommend, however, is buying the crystal pack that was just released. I would not recommend buying this because it's 1200 crystals, and if you were to buy all 3, you would get 3600, and this would add up to 9.9k royal crystals when you can go in here and buy the monthly one for 8000 royal crystal. These are just small things I think Amazon added to bait newer players into spending more in the game. Definitely do your due diligence and research when you're spending in the cash shop. I hope I was able to give you some insightful advice. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video because I think a lot of newer players are making huge mistakes when they're spending in game. They're not doing their conversions right. They're not doing their due diligence, not doing their research. But yeah, those are one of the things I would recommend. And lastly, talking about the Neria's wardrobe, I also think these are worth buying, picking up and selling as well. Now, if you're looking at these and you're not sure which one is the most popular or whichever is the most popular, I don't think it really matters because I think some people, there's going to be one person out there that would want every single one of these. I personally bought the red one just because I think it looks the best to me. So just buy whichever you think looks the best and just list it on the auction house the moment they're able to be listed. This is just some of the things I found inside of spending in the game. Now, I understand that not all the people are going to be able to spend in this game, which is why I'm saying for people who have an expendable income, definitely do this if you want to catch up to the players who have like 24 alts and they're running chaos dungeons every single day. For me personally, I'd rather just go pick up a part-time job if I want to keep up with the game or just, you know, push my characters even further. But yeah, it's personal preference. You do not absolutely have to spend in this game to be doing the raids. However, I would recommend this tip if you are spending in the game and you want to decide to, you know, catch up to the veteran players. If you're a new player, this is the way I would go about doing it. Then again, time is money. I do think that if you're saving massive amounts of time by doing this, it is absolutely worth it. And so, yeah, just want to make a quick video out there showing you guys how I'm spending inside the game, how I'm maximizing in the game. Now, lastly, this is something personal and maybe a recommendation that I would make to you. Plan out your spending for the month. Despite wanting whatever that you want in this game, be patient. This game is meant to be played long term. Adding massive amounts to your credit card is not gonna help that much. I think the only time where you should be spending and converting these to gold is buying something you actually need a lot. Let's say legendary general engravings, because that went back up in price after the bots were banned or unable to do Throne Spire. Guys, I hope you liked this video. I hope it was helpful. If you guys like the video, if you guys want to subscribe to the channel, that does help a lot for small content creators like me. And as always, guys, I'll see you next week. Peace.